Previously on the Biscuit Wagon, our heroes were tasked with delivering supplies by one dwarf, Gundrun Rockseeker, to the town of Fen. On the road to the town, they were set upon by some goblins who had attacked some travelers. After quick work of the goblins, though, they continued on their merry way to the town. Upon arriving at town, though, they could not find Gundrun Rockseeker. They delivered the supplies, and with some very charismatic bargaining on the behest of my character, Sir Landry of the Order of the Sun, we were able to get half of our payment up front, but we still had no sign of our employer. We set out to Wave Echo Cave in hopes of finding him there. On the way, we found a dead body of a dwarf that looked to be his brother, Tharden. We went to the cave and were not able to find anything except for some abandoned supplies. However, there was a big hole that was not part of the original blueprints of the cave, so to speak. Upon discussing with the group, my character decided to chuck a rock down the hole. Not the smartest play, because that unleashed a whole swarm of problems in the form of some giant spiders that were much more powerful than our level 1 characters, and some dark elves. After a long fight where we barely managed to escape, my own character being pretty much paralyzed by poison, we made it back to the town to discuss our findings with the store owner who had given us the tip to go to the cave. Upon further discussion, we decided to head back to the road where we had found the dead horses and see if maybe we can look for clues as to where Gundrun Rockseeker maybe have taken, because we think goblins might have got him. So, what will happen with our friends, our heroes? Who knows? Maybe they'll die, maybe we'll do some adventures, but you can be sure there'll be biscuits and glory, because I am there. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 2 of The Biscuit Wagon Presents Unanswered Prayer, episode 2. Biscuits and glory. Alright, see you guys.
At Coyote, and you find yourselves downstairs at the tavern section. You are enjoying a nice bout of breakfast. What's everyone having for breakfast? So I will bring you in just a second here, Corlevia. So I mean, you can have whatever you want there, but you're probably not at their table just yet.
I feel like Sir Landry of the Order of the Sun would obviously have eggs sunny side up every day, every day for breakfast.
Makes sense.
So that's what
Dies
I'm
at 35
and cholesterol. They are, just for the record, they are 5 dozen.
Okay.
Every morning to help me get strong.
Very Gaston. I like it.
I'm basically a Paladin Gaston. Pretty sure we already covered that.
Yeah.
That seems right.
I like it. Yeah. All right, Vinar, what are you having?
I'm having porridge with bacon.
Okay. All right. Very reasonable. I like it. Bronson.
Oatmeal, berries, and bacon.
All right. Okay. Doesn't have a whole lot to do with anything, but I'm trying to get you to think about your characters as actual people that do eat foods. So, what would they eat? As you are eating, over in the distance, you happen to notice that there is a strange character that you have not seen in town before. There is a hood pulled far over their face. You cannot make out what their face is. In fact, as you sort of look into the opening of the hood, there's pretty much all darkness. You're not entirely sure who's behind it, but you notice that they have been there for some time, and they seem to be kind of casually watching in your direction.
Well, let's start this off, Sean. I want to make a perception check to see if I can tell what additional information I could maybe glean from where I am. How far away are they? You said?
I mean, I'd say it's probably
I'm at the bar.
yeah, about as far away as you can possibly get.
In a tavern.
They have sort of intentionally put themselves back in the corner.
They're pulling a Strider Lord of the Fellowship of the Ring move on us, basically.
Mysterious stranger.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to make a perception check to see if I can determine, if they have any weapons on them. What is their race, gender, any additional things I can see from this distance, and if it looks like they mean us harm. or are
Okay,
watching us.
that's a lot of stuff for one roll.
Okay, I want to roll to find out. I want to see if I can tell if they are watching us specifically.
All right, go ahead and roll that one out.
All right. That is a 10 plus perception, right? So that would be a 9 because of -1. Yeah.
Excellent. You notice it is strange. It's a it's a different kind of town. There's people moving in and out all the time, and nothing super crazy. Hold on 1 second here.
So would we have gotten like letters to start what basically starts the whole quest, right?
So yeah, in the beginning, what started everything is the group had been hired to just bring supplies from one city to the next.
So so got it. Yes. Okay, we were hired. So my arrival took a little bit longer than everyone else's because the Underdark is very far below ground, and I had to come from below. So I'm kind of looking at the letter. Would there have been any like indication of who my colleagues on this job were? Like maybe a symbol or a name or something like that as well? Or like what they look like? Like
nothing that's specifically been discussed. The only name that you would have likely have received in a letter would have been that of Gundrun or of Sildar, right? Because they were your employer.
So we'll say I've talked to the bartender and kind of heard a little bit about some people also working for him.
Sure.
So I'm kind of like looking at the letter, looking at these people. And can we say I put 2 and 2 together and figure out that these are probably who I'm supposed to be working with?
Sure. Yeah. In fact, I can even kind of take one step further on that. When you were speaking to the bartender, asking about, if anyone had shown up with some supplies, he remembered a group of people coming in, going asking around for Barthen's provisions only a few days earlier, and so he kind of gives you an idea of the description and everything. So you could have gleaned that from him. So we can go that route.
Awesome. So I'm going to make my way over to the table and take off my hood. Ooh, no, actually, no, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down first. Say, hello. My name's Quilivia, and I'm here to help Gundrun with the delivery of supplies. And what's the bartender's name?
Old
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah, and
Dwayne?
Rock.
Dwayne.
Dwayne Rock Johnson. And
Please.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson over there. Told me that you all were working for Gundrun as well. I'm sorry it took me. I'm sorry I'm late, but I think I may be able to help you on this journey.
Okay. How do you say your name again?
Olivia.
Coelia. All right. My character Landry slaps down, puts down his one of his. He's consumed about 24 eggs so far of his 5, and he goes, "Hello, Quivlia. I am Sir Landry of the Order of Sun. Welcome to our companionship on our journey. We have already delivered the goods and received payment." So good morning.
Yeah, so in other words, you're pretty late. The
Yes.
job's done.
I politely tell her, "I beat you."
Okay.
In a very charismatic way. Like you can't even be mad. Like, I am so charismatic. Do you have a letter from Gundrun?
Inscription.
Yes, and I pull out of my belt a scroll and unfurl it and kind of lay it on the table for you to read.
Okay. Upon reading the sheet, my guy, I'm assuming like it's all in order. I turn to my.
Read?
I slide it over to fair enough. I slide it over to Bronson.
Bronson, well, that's a I'm gonna say it's all in order. Faster than you would assume somebody can read. Yep, like that looks all like letters.
Cool. He slides it over to Lenore. We none of us
Those
can
are
read.
about contracts and things,
We're
right?
all just like, I
Yeah.
just went. Okay. Upon looking at it, I look at my compatriots, and then I pull out the purse of the gold that we were given in partial, and I give her 10 gold pieces of the share.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. I was not anticipating that, considering you finished the job without me. That is very considerate of you. Thank you so much.
Well, we finished the delivery
Is there-
without you.
We have
The
been
job
received.
is yet to be done.
We have received half of the payment. We will receive. Wait, did we receive the full payment when I showed him Thardan's ring?
I think we just got that 75 gold
Yeah,
in the bag,
we have 70. Yeah, we received. Yeah, just half. So
and I think that was half.
yeah. So I'm holding on to it, like a good, trustworthy paladin that I am, being a holy man.
That's us.
And but I have given everyone their share until I find
Well-
something shiny to buy.
Well, have you found any other tasks, quests, missions, requests, anything?
Well, we're still looking for our employer.
Okay, I must have misunderstood. We haven't. You have the money, but you haven't found the employer? That is very impressive.
We delivered the items and found the client, but we're supposed to meet our employer, Gundrun Rockseeker, here as well.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm understanding now. Well, sounds like we have a
Can't have
quest.
a way with words.
Unfortunately, while we have not found our employer, we did find the dead body of one of his brothers. So we are worried that something might have happened to our prospective employer.
Then we must find him.
For the glory of the sun, I agree. And I almost bashed the table, but stopped because I don't want to smash my eggs.
Right. Right.
Now, currently, I've consumed 3 dozen of them.
Okay. So, unless there was any business that you wish to attend to while still in town, is it correct to assume that the next step is to return, sort of retrace your steps and return to the scene of the ambush? Is that?
Yeah, I kind of want to see him do two more dozen eggs. Probably a Constitution check.
Yeah, I was gonna
after
say,
that.
give me a Constitution roll here, because
Okay. Now, I fully believe that my character 100% eats 5 dozen eggs. So I am going to use my advantage roll on these eggs because that feels like the thing I would do. Unless I roll great. Yeah, okay. 15, there, yeah. 15 plus Constitution. That's an 18.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Worth
Fair
it.
enough. Okay.
Worth it. No regrets.
Okay.
Combat doesn't matter. It's these moments that matter.
Back on the trail.
Yeah. Back on the trail. Depending on how that one went, you may have taken a charisma hit
Yeah, no.
for a certain number of hours as you process those eggs.
I say,
and-
let's go, and I just stand up and I
Way.
wolf them down Goku style, like, instantly, and just like, let's go.
Got it. All right. So party makes their way back to the scene of the ambush. You've been on the road for about half a day or so. Wasn't too terribly far away, but it was certainly a little bit of a travel. You're moving faster, of course. You do not have all the supplies and things, and you're not, obviously going at the speed of the oxen that you had when they were pulling the wagon. So you're on foot. Are you on foot? Do you bring horses or anything like that?
We
I
have
didn't
horses.
get any horses.
We
Okay.
have horses.
Oh, did he give us some horses?
Yes, the owner of the shop gave us horses to use while looking
Yes.
for Gundrun.
Yeah.
Is there a horse that a Goliath can ride in that set?
Well, how
That
tall is the
sounds like
Goliath?
way too much.
You could always
7,
do a horse that's solid and carry the horse.
I feel like
think
even
it'd be
the
fair.
Goliath with their increased size could, like, a giant one of
Oh,
those.
so like the sizes? So it still has me as a medium size.
I'm pretty sure like a giant Clydesdale could carry you.
Yeah.
Like-
Just really annoyed at you though the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they could carry you. They may not be as happy about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
We give him a chariot with 2.
Okay, so you sort of, as you pull up, you see in the distance the now still partially decaying remains of the horses. It looks as though the horses have been kind of pulled off to the side. In fact, you probably had to pull them off to the side anyway to get your wagon around them. So the horses have been pulled off to the side of the road. They've been slightly picked at by some of the local predators, things of that nature. So again, they're a little worse for wear. You sort of smell them before you see them, that kind of thing. But this is the site of the ambush.
If I remember right, there's like a dragging off into the wilderness.
Yeah, there's
like
a trail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Is that
You
still
remember
there?
generally where that was. The path has been traveled a little bit since then, so it's not as clear as it once was, but you do still see some drag marks that pulled what appeared to be sort of looks like two legs, not two sets of legs, just two legs, off in the distance to the east of the road, and to the east side of the road, I should say.
Yeah, let's continue on with the trail there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah. So you sort of follow along there. You do recognize. I will assume that your characters, having recently been ambushed in this spot, have taken some precaution in approaching the area again. Fortunately, the bush that was once the hiding place of the goblins has now been largely torn apart. Thanks to, I think it was Landry that cleaved the bush. I think last time you attacked the bush successfully, you hit it.
Yes.
So there's still a pretty good piece of the bush that's gone. So they don't have the hiding places and stuff. So you are safe there. But you notice that there's sort of a pathway. If you look close enough, you don't have to look super hard. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. But you notice that there is sort of a slightly weathered path that heads off the road, and it heads into the woods for a decent bit.
All right. Well, I think my character would be like, hoist up his nice warhammer and like point down the path and be like, "For the glory of the sun, let us journey down this path and find our prospective employer."
I concur.
All right. I assume you're making your way along the path at this point, continuing on.
Yes.
You've been on the road for about an hour and change. You're a couple of miles away from where you started. It's not terribly difficult terrain. There's a somewhat clear path that gets much clearer as time goes on, and you find yourself coming close to the end of this trail, but it sort of terminates into this wall of brush. It does not seem to have an obvious entrance. There are some other large thickets nearby, so it sort of kind of terminates on this sort of a cliffside and goes into the side of this mountain. But again, there are some large areas of brush outside of that individual cave, and you are not cave, but side of the mountain, and you see the path sort of terminates into the mountain behind some other brush.
So the path goes right through this brush.
Yeah, it kind of like runs right up into it and sort of looks like it goes right into the mountain area, but there's not a.
All right, I say, friend.
You can't really tell. You're not right up on it. Yes.
There's a secret door, is what I'm guessing, somewhere. Can I do an investigate check at the end of the path?
Sure.
I'm just looking for a secret door or secret passage, I should say, through this brush. Oh yeah, I gotta do it on this one. Oh yeah, that's the wrong one. Skills. My investigate is -1. Let's see how that goes.
Okay. I mean, that's still pretty strong. I was gonna say for you, your wisdom-based perception would be
Uh,
probably
Investigation
that's-
is intelligence. Because I mean, my perception's high, but I'm not really trying to perceive stuff. I'm looking for things.
Fair
I
enough.
guess.
Fair enough. Yep.
But I mean, it seems like
That's plenty high enough. Yeah. So you notice there's not really a secret door per se. But what it is there's kind of a large rock in front of the doorway. So from the vantage point that you had, you would not see it immediately. You kind of notice that if you sort of go around to the side and come behind it, there's an opening that was not easily visible from the outside. It's not, I mean, these are goblins we're talking about, so it's not like some Rube Goldberg machine or anything like that. But they, they do know sort of how to hide things a little bit. So yeah, you find this entrance into a cave. It is obviously quite dark, although I think just about everybody here has some sort of dark vision.
nope.
Nope.
I think just
No, I'll
me
walk out
and
the dark, though. I'm not
well,
forward,
I'm
so-
not going to assume Joanna's character does, because I've already forgotten again how to say her name. Maybe we should just put that on your thing down below. I should. How do you spell it?
Ooh,
I'm writing this down.
It could be a spider. They have dark vision.
Like Olivia, but Quell.
Oh,
Olivia.
Right.
well. Well, Olivia. Okay, actually, I'll remember that. Oh, I like it actually. Like the quell darkness.
Yeah.
She's like goth Olivia over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Would we have to crawl to get into the cave, or can we like scoot by the rock to get into the small entrance?
I mean, to get through the mouth of the cave, you probably would have to stoop down a little bit, especially Bronson.
Yeah.
If you are 8 feet tall. So
I'll stoop.
Okay.
I'll try to walk by echolocation.
Or you change into a little animal.
you poke your head in the mouth of the cave and go, oh!
Nah, not yet.
Save
yet.
those. Okay.
It's not worth it yet.
I like your ambition.
All right. I feel like
So yeah, okay.
my character
I
would
just feel
probably
like
go
the paladin
first, like
makes
holding
enough
up my
noise.
shield and looking in front because I have dark vision. Kind of lead the way.
Okay.
Shield
Yeah,
raised.
Makes
I
sense.
think he's just making tons of noise, and I'll just kind of follow that.
That is
loud-
true. It is very
Dark
Tin Man though. Clink, clink, clink.
Yeah.
Probably.
As it echoes through the cave.
Probably does.
Throw talk and stuff.
I mean, I don't know how loud is plate mail. Although I don't have disadvantage on, or I do have disadvantage on sneaky. Yeah, even though I
Yeah, you do.
have the strength check.
Right.
I should have just taken the heavy mastery, then I wouldn't. Shit stuff. All right.
Such is life. So
Do we want to?
so
do we have the map still?
into the
saved?
cave. Huh?
Do we have the map still? On?
We do.
We don't have to use it though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll throw it up here for reference. I'm not necessarily full things,
I don't.
but
If we want to.
I may reference things that are not on this map, and I'm not allowed to do that because you're in my world now.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So as
You're in here with me.
So as Landry begins to walk forward, I unsheath my rapier, and it's this black metal, like thin blade with one edge on the side and a very sharp point. And then I point it at the ground, so kind of touch the tip of the blade to the ground, and Charlotte crawls down the blade onto the ground, and then kind of goes up the cave wall onto the ceiling, and then she goes forward as basically as far as she can, while I see what she sees with her spider eyes. We're gonna scout again. I want to know what's in there. I don't trust anything.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna
Do you-
spend a spell slot or not.
Do you get all the senses, or is it just like telepathic communication?
Let's see here. Find familiar. You can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears
Okay.
until the start of your next turn. That's an action. Gaining the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has. During this time, I am deaf and blind with regard to my own senses. So the spider has spider climb, web sense, web walker. It's got a 10 wisdom, stealth of 4, dark vision 30.
Okay. No, that gives me what I need. I just need to see if you hear what it hears, essentially. Yeah, so it moves forward, and you definitely hear a fairly significant amount of movement. The spider can see, of course, dark vision and everything of that nature. You see a fairly significant number of snakes in a small room just ahead. So there's sort of an antechamber at the mouth of the cave, and there is a sort of a room beyond that that separates the antechamber of the cave from the interior of the cave. If we were to use the map, I don't know if you're seeing, it's not on the map, but it would be somewhere right around there ish.
There we go.
Okay,
Sweet.
so it would be somewhere right around there if that's
Yeah,
that
sure.
just on your screen there. Like, again, this isn't necessarily true to life, but again, nothing crazy, but just enough so like the snakes aren't getting out, right? But there's a snake pit. Inside the snake pit, you see the remains, mostly rotten remains, but through. In the antechamber, you sort of see there's no rolled doors or anything like that, but there's the usual smattering of every once in a while there's maybe kind of some arrows, a rusty sword, things like just some stuff they may have kind of had on the way out or coming in, just standard stuff they would have shed. You do see what appears to be some empty saddlebags that are relatively fresh. You recognize those as perhaps some of the ones that were on the horses that you saw earlier for Gundrun and Sildar. And you also notice a handful of like discarded torches off to the side.
There's some torches. There's some snakes. There's well, that's what I see. Torches, snakes, dead bodies.
Torches snakes in a pit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I can get across.
As long as we stay away from the snakes, we should be good.
I think my character definitely isn't going to, try anything with pits again for a while.
Yeah.
At least for one day.
Fortunately for this one, this is about knee high to you, so you're good there.
Yeah.
But the nature of the pit is not really one that you can walk around. It's
Oh. All right. I mean, I'm going to turn into a giant wolf spider. That seems to make the best play for me.
okay.
I don't know what you guys are going to do to get around this pit.
What's the distance of the pit? Like lengthwise.
The pit goes a good 15 feet or so in length. The cave isn't. Cave's probably about 6 to 8 feet in width, 10, 15 feet wide or so, and the whole thing for this little entry section is this pit. It is just absolutely snakes.
What did it have to be?
As you if you get close to the edge, you actually hear some of them start kind of rattling, and not all of them are rattlers, but some of them certainly are. None of them seem too pleasant in their disposition.
So yeah, I'm gonna climb either on the wall or the ceiling, just go to the other side of the pit and kind of wait, if that's okay.
Okay.
So I'm just to make sure I understand intent, you are away from the party on the other side of a 15-foot snake pit?
Yeah. Just on,
All right.
on the wall.
Okay.
No, let's go ceiling. I'll stay on the ceiling.
You're staying on the ceiling?
Yeah.
On the other side of the pit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Is there anything on the side of the other side of the pit that a rope could be attached to or hooked around?
Ooh.
That you see directly. I mean, it's a cave, so I mean, there's kind of the walls of the cave, but
Okay.
Is there any pointy rocks at the ceiling of the cave?
what's that? Anything on the
Is there
ceiling?
any pointy rocks at maybe to Indiana Jones it style thing? Swing across.
Let's go there. That I mean, you look and you see the usual. I always get them mixed up. Which one is it? Is the
Stalactites or stalagmites? Yeah.
Yeah. Which one's the one on the top?
Stalactites.
Yeah.
Stalactites. Okay.
Yeah.
I always got them mixed up. There used to be a little like rhyme that helped you remember it, and I don't know what it was, but
Yeah. Stalactites hold tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites you might step on.
Okay.
okay. So in my head, I was like remembering stalagmites might fall, and I was putting it in the wrong way, but I couldn't. So stalactites. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yes, yeah. We'll go with the usual smattering of stalactites up top.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take let's see. I do have a dungeon. I think. Do I have a dungeon or a?
If you have Dungeoneer's packs, you have those pitons. And
I
rope
think
that can help you
I
talk.
have rope. I do have rope. I don't think I have a dungeon kit, but I think Laurie does. Am I right?
I think.
Vinar has a dungeon kit, I think. Let me look. He has. I don't think he does actually. Well, he has rations and stuff. It just doesn't tell me what kind of kit it has. But I do have
Yeah.
darts and turning bark torches.
Yeah.
But I do have a knife, so I can make it work. I'm gonna take just one of my small knives, tie it around the end of my rope as a way of giving something at the rope an end to wrap around, and I'm going to attempt to hook it to one of the stalactites. You know?
All right.
All right. Would this be strength based?
Oh no,
Dex?
this is a dex roll.
Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna hand the rope to Vinar and be like, and point to the ceiling.
I'd like to assist with that roll.
Okay.
Please.
Well, actually, I have dark vision, so I feel like he'd have disadvantage actually if he tried it.
There may be another tool in your tool bag here that you may not be considering.
I mean, I have a javelin too, and
that you have seen, but so there's an assistance
or help. You mean whatever it's called, the help action?
Action. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, so Corlivia is going to use the help action, if I'm understanding correctly. Yeah, so that's +2 on the roll.
Okay. All right. And all right, here we go. With Dex, that's good because I needed something.
Are you giving it to Vnar, or are you taking
No,
the
I'm
shot?
doing it, and that's a 20
Okay.
with the +2.
Wait,
Okay.
The help action gives advantage.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a +2.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
well, I don't think I'm gonna roll above. Yeah. Okay, 16 and an 18. So I feel like both of those. The 18.
So, just on a side note, in fifth, is there any advantage to multiple people giving? Or you're using the help action? Because I think maybe it was in fourth. It used to just add +2 per person that was kind of like assisting with it.
No, so much simpler now. It's just advantage, disadvantage now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If I click on actions. Yeah. Okay. So do I hook it?
Sure. I mean, with an 18, yeah, you throw it up there, and you manage to Indiana Jones this thing.
All right. I am going to swing across and then send the rope back. And I'd like to take kind of like look around on the other side with my dark vision, shield at the ready, kind of just to make sure things are safe on that side too. While I
Yeah,
stand.
I got
Yeah,
dark
so-
vision now. I can check it out too.
Okay. Yeah, on the other side, you see similar to what you saw on the entranceway. There is a unusually large amount of torches just kind of stacked next to the pit, kind of precariously placed.
Okay.
Aside from that, you don't see anything noteworthy in the immediate vicinity, other than perhaps another skeletal remain of a goblin that seemed to have limped along his way after taking one or two bites that he should not have taken.
Okay. I already have torches, so I don't really. Is there any like objects that could be used to make a bridge on that side? Like planks of wood?
I mean, you could find some wood. I mean, there's lots of wood on the outside of the cave.
Okay. I'm just thinking for in the event we need to make a hasty retreat at any point during this cave, maybe having to swing across this might not be the best exfil.
Right.
Yeah.
But we can tie
It's
the
also
rope off on this end.
Bridge.
What?
It's also a pretty sizable bridge to
Yeah.
fashion together with popsicle sticks and bubble gum.
Yeah, with my 8 intelligence, that's gonna be great.
Can we take one of the torches and just burn the snakes?
Is it your intention to light a torch?
I mean, I don't want like the sound and the light to necessarily give us away at this point because, as far as we're aware so far, we have not been. We don't know what's in this cave, and they don't know where we are. And thinking of our last cave exploration, we don't want to wake the bear. So I would say not yet, maybe. But that's keep that in the back pocket.
Because I will say I will let you try pretty much anything you want to do. So if what you were trying to do is burn snakes, I will certainly let you burn snakes.
I think leave it the pit, but once we're all across, secure the rope to one of the items so that it's on the side we're on, obviously. Spider bear does whatever a spider dares. I like that.
It's got a lot of time on the ceiling.
I say we venture forth with the rope tied off, on this side that we're on now.
Okay.
So are we now just map-wise now? I know obviously the map is up to us to kind of. Are we like right here now?
Not quite. Still, like just pretend that there's a little bit more of an entryway.
Oh, the pit's right
than
there,
on that.
right here. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me.
No. I mean, you're still. This isn't this pit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool.
Wait, now I'm confused. Is this the pit?
No, so it's probably best if we don't even use this map, to be honest, because for the most part, this map is going to be accurate. This particular section, however, is not.
Okay,
Got it.
stop looking.
This
So,
was
hang on, let me.
in addition.
There's a. So let's just.
that works.
Pit.
So yeah, is the intent just to kind of swing across
Yeah.
the whole way?
So I mean,
Okay.
I'm at the other side. So is Bronson. So at this, and then I send the rope back to whoever catches it.
Yeah, I want to try.
Da 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 da.
What kind of check are we making?
If you're just swinging across, the hard one I think is really just was the one to actually attach the rope.
Okay.
And I don't imagine that either of your two characters weigh more than Landry did. So if it held him, you guys are probably fine. Especially he's wearing plate mail and everything. So,
Yeah, I'm
you
heavy.
guys are totally fine with that.
Okay.
I'm a big
Okay.
guy.
I am not. I am a small bean.
Yeah.
What was your character height?
I'm 5'5" and 111 pounds.
Okay.
Itty-bitty.
Yeah, my character's I think like. Did I throw it on this one? I don't have my weight on here, but oh, description.
475 pounds at 3.5 feet tall. No.
Yeah,
I
thick boy.
believe. Yeah, I'm 6'1" and 180.
Shaped like a bowling ball. So.
Yeah.
So now, okay, so you all swing across. That's perfectly fine. No issues there. We'll go ahead and let that one lie. As the last person lands on the other side of the cave, you sort of hear someone coming from the other side, the entrance. Right, you hear some goblin noises coming from the other side. See a goblin step into that sort of antechamber. They don't seem to notice you yet. They're just kind of going in. One of them walks over, grabs one of the torches, lights it, and as he does, the snakes sort of skitter off to the side and create a clear path across. And the goblin begins to make his way back inside the cave as the light of the torch sort of passes by. The snakes fill in the darkness very quickly.
Want to make these snakes angry? I think that might be fun.
It looks to be just one, sort of a scout, but he's definitely getting close.
Yeah.
I'll try to hide.
You still on the roof?
Yep, still on the roof. Look for a
All right.
on the roof.
You kind of pull yourself close to the roof and just sort of do your own theme music.
Quietly as I can.
Yeah.
To,
right.
2 + 2. That's not bad. Do you want me to roll for that, or are you just going to give it to me?
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm not going to make you roll to hide from a lone goblin.
Oh.
Any interactions with this guy, or
Is he?
He's about he's a third of the way through the pit at this point. He's just sort of stepped down into the pit of snakes.
Okay.
He's not really paying attention to you at all. Like, he's just kind of walking. He's actually more focused right now on the snakes, to be fair.
How big are the snakes? Are they chunky boys, or are they like?
There's a little mix of all kinds of. I mean, there's you can tell they pretty much just breed them in there. So you have all varying ages of snake.
Can we pick up a snake with a mage hand?
I was gonna say remove his. Can you douse a torch with mage hand, so that as he's walking, it goes out?
That could be fun.
Ooh, could we put out fire with mage hand?
Yeah, think about it, just
Or just grab the torch from him.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah, I can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, store or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. I can move the
Yeah,
hand.
you got like a
I have a
can,
water
right?
flask. I have a water flask. You could drop it on top of the torch.
There we go.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
paladin suggesting some really evil stuff there.
Right, yeah.
Evil? That's
There's-
creative.
I am
We're not
about.
hurting
Now,
anyone.
keep on. I believe in justice and mercy, but these goblins, as far as we were, have killed people, and we know they have. So this is justice. I want to like hold. I want to like just hand you the water flask and just be like, "For the glory of the sun," and just
Gee, all goblins are evil, right?
yes.
All right, man.
Hey, I might. Hey, I'm like I'm just saying, the Catholic Church does
As the
weird stuff.
spider on the roof, the conscience of the group,
So,
No, it's not like here's my thing, right? The nature thing. Like, I'm down for these snakes just to eat the dude.
Yeah.
Right? That's the nature side of it. Like, yeah, dude, if he gets caught, he gets caught. That's the nature for you.
Yeah.
so when you hold out the flask for me, you see a little ball of light go down the backside of my rapier, and then when it reaches the tip of it, it kind of like comes off and forms into a hand, and then grabs the flask. At least that kind of happens the next time he comes. The goblin comes by,
Okay.
and I think we're trying to like hide, like stay around the corner, because I can be 30 feet away from it, so that's kind of our range limit here. And we're gonna try and dump the water on his torch.
Mhm.
Snaky, snaky, bitey, bitey.
All right. So, dousing the torch.
Dousing the
Yes.
torch.
I like it. I like it. All right. With a subtle hiss, you hear the flame of the torch extinguish and the flicker of light that you saw coming around the corner. If I heard correctly, I think you guys were hiding out of the way. That was, if I'm hearing right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the flicker of light that was projecting onto the wall adjacent to you seems to disappear, and all of a sudden you begin to hear the very familiar rattle of snakes and the increased slithering and the quickly muffled screams of a small goblin.
Brutal.
Pretty messed up.
Something like that.
2 days from retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife and kids.
Excellent. All right. Well, you have an entire cave in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's see
One
you.
down.
Go.
Question mark
Let's
to
go.
go.
I'll continue to do the nasty spider crawl.
All right.
Get her
Okay.
and stuff on top of the roof. Let's go.
Excellent. How long can you hold that, by the way?
It's
If you're not
indefinite.
injured.
It's 2 times. I can change twice into animals, twice a day.
Okay, but there's no like duration limit.
I don't believe so. I will double check for you.
I think wild
No,
shape.
I'm not looking complicated. I just didn't know if that was something to be mindful of.
I
Yeah,
think it's
okay.
until the spell ends. Until you choose
Well, it's
to.
not a spell per
It's not
se.
really a spell.
Yeah. Well, it's like a I believe it's until he chooses to change that he is just that and has all
Yeah,
his stats.
never will could be. Yeah, I just didn't know if you weren't a moon druid, if there was more limitations on it. Because I
that
know,
makes sense.
you know.
Oh no,
But no,
you can.
that works fine
I'll
for
read
me.
right here. I have it. You can stay in beast shape for 1 hour before reverting back to normal self.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
I think it changes with like level too then.
I got it. It's all good.
All right.
All right. It's interesting. This map is essentially from the book version, but that's fine. Okay, so you head on ahead, and you happen to see the cave continues to kind of narrow a little bit. It's getting sort of uncomfortably small at times and sort of widens up. I mean, it's a cave. It wasn't necessarily hollowed out. Sort of a natural progression of things, but there is an opening off to your right. Well, we use the reference here. There is an opening off to your left, and you begin to you can see, most of you can anyway. There's sort of a small. It's not really even a river at this point. It's just kind of a bit of flowing water that is kind of running into the cave. I will say out of the cave. Sorry. Water running out of the cave. There's some water dripping down from the stalactites from time to time. So there's this sort of very eerie drippy, wet, kind of echoey thing happening all around. But there's a subtle roar of water in the distance that kind of muddies up the sounds of what's happening in the cave itself. But again, you do notice there is an opening to your left. You see further down there is an opening to your right, and then of course, obviously, the cave continues around the bend.
Go left. Keep your left hand on the wall, and then you can't get lost that way.
Well, I have dark vision, so I'm good.
Well,
Yeah.
like, I mean, we can
I've
still
seen
see, but like, we gotta stay oriented in the cave.
I've seen the labyrinth. They're just gonna change the orientation. That's what they do.
I don't think we're in a labyrinth. It's just a cave. I might know a thing or two about caves, my friend.
Alright, that's true.
You know
That's
those
true.
goblin labyrinths.
Can we perceive any tracks or trails going anywhere?
Not
Wasn't type stuff.
exceptionally well. The rocky base, base of the cave doesn't really hold footprints as well as the ground outdoor. Yeah, it's not super well. You do see that it's kind of, decently traveled, but you can't really make out how recently. There are a series of pseudo footprints. Again, there are sections of water, and so you can make out goblin prints, and you can also make out what appear to be both somewhat small and somewhat large animal prints of either a dog or something of that nature. Dog, bear, something kind of like that. They're not great prints, but you can tell they're not goblins.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
I say we just kind of slowly continue working our way through. If we don't see anything,
Yeah, we hear goblins chanting around food or something. Go that way. I think we're going towards the population, right? We're not trying to avoid them. Not that I can talk right now, but yeah.
You say in your spider hand language.
Yeah.
So okay, I know we're not using the picture 100%. So we're in the bottom left portion right now, right? Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, like at this point, you can pretty well use the map roughly.
Okay.
So yeah, an entrance kind of here, and you see it coming around the bend.
Okay. And so we're hearing noises up to our right now, basically, but there's nothing in our vicinity.
Well, the noises that you sort of hear a roaring of water coming down the cave.
Okay.
The other noises you hear are just kind of the occasional drips and things like that coming off the stalactites. So it's not like you hear, drums and chanting or anything like that.
Okay. Is there anything else that I can see clearly with my dark vision?
No.
Okay. I move. Then I maintain like going down the cave in the route of or would that be like up to the right since there's nothing here? I don't following kind of the tracks, but just maintaining, moving forward.
Okay. So you're sort of doing the hand on the left wall kind of method?
No, I'm just holding my shield up because I can see around me with my dark vision.
Okay.
In like
right.
at the front of the party, like just kind of just like they're still touching the wall, but I'm like off the wall a little bit, just walking forward. Odds are they can see me or hear me going clink, 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 clink.
Sure. Yeah.
Very light clinks. I'm moving slow, but still.
As you approach the left opening there, just inside the mouth of the cave, a few uneven stone steps lead up to a small dank chamber on the west side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. As you get closer, you hear things start to move a little bit. Savage snarls and the sound of rattling chains greet your ears, where two wolves are chained up just inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven into the base of a stalagmite.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay. How far is what is their reach with the chains? What's their area of movement?
So they can't quite reach those steps. This is hold on. They can't quite reach the steps that you have this X on.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty well chained from about here.
So they're okay. Is there any path that we see that can get around them, or with maintaining that way?
If you're trying to just kind of like walk around them, not really. As they sort of pick up your scent, you tell they are beginning to take notice and are likely about to make some noise.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna come to a stop. Now, is the path also going ahead too? So it's like at not a T section, but it goes forward and then left is stairs, right? Is what you said, basically.
I mean, pretty much like the map that you see in front.
Okay,
So
okay,
you've got stairs.
Gotcha.
Here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to just come to a complete stop. Like once they start kind of noticing us, kind of crouch down a little bit and kind of hold up my hand, just kind of as to let my people know they're right in front of us. I'm assuming they see them too or hear them. What?
Yeah, at this point they could probably even smell them if they're paying attention.
Probably.
But they would definitely hear the chains moving.
Yeah. I'll just kind of whisper like. Now, are they? You said they're dogs or wolves?
Wolves. Yeah, you can tell they're wolves, and as you get closer, you actually see there are 3. If you're close enough, there's one that's kind of back in the corner. I don't know where the.
Yeah, to the left. Not near where my second X was, but yeah, okay, over there. Okay, also chained up.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Where is Bronson at this point? Is he still above us?
Yeah. I'm just chilling. I mean, I see the dog or the wolf.
Have
I mean, I can't really talk with you guys, so I'm just trying to figure out like what you guys' plan. Just.
Now Bronson still obviously understands us and everything, though. So
yeah, but I just can't communicate back to you. So you got head nods, and that's about it.
And I can see. I'm wondering.
Yeah, probably. You got dark vision.
No longer has vocal cords.
Trying to think what we can, like, if the wolves see us and we let them go, where will they go? Will they come toward us, or will they go back into the cave? Hang on.
Define let them go.
If a certain spider, well, he's not strong enough to to release them if he crawled over to him. Is Mage Hand's a cantrip, right? Or it's not a cantrip, it's a level 1, right?
Oh, it's a cantrip.
It is. Oh,
yeah, it's cantrip.
So okay, I feel like we're just gonna use Mage Hand a lot. I'm just like
Mage Hand is cool. It's not able to do extreme manipulation though. So if you're trying to like pry chains around and things like that, it's not really gonna be able to do that. It can do minor manipulation like opening doors.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Here's a question: what happens to Bronson's inventory when he shapeshifts?
So it melds into my body.
Oh, okay. Because I know for a fact Bronson has some horse meat.
I probably ate it already.
You probably ate the horse meat? Okay. I have...
He's a hungry boy.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah. It's gone. Just assume it's gone.
I have rations. Is there any bones and food that's like partially eaten, scattered about these wolves?
Bones for sure. Yeah, there's all kinds of remains of bones, different types of animals, a lot of goblin bones.
Okay.
You can go back get that goblin that was bitten to death
and throw it in there.
Gee,
Well, it's
man.
probably 100%. It's probably gone at this point. If it's an entire pit of snakes.
Probably ate him whole.
Although we could, how many snakes can we grab with Mage Hand?
Probably one.
Can we chuck
Yeah, probably
just
one.
chuck a snake in there? Okay.
I'm good to just keep going down the tunnel. We can just keep going.
We just ignore those dogs altogether. That's.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
we could just. I would have disadvantage on a stealth check, but everyone else probably is fine. So yeah.
Vidar, what would you like to do in this situation?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to our monk.
John.
Our monk.
Yeah.
Think I'm gonna say yeah, I'm gonna do, I don't know. Probably best just keep going.
Okay. So you're thinking like just bypass that? Just pretend that door's not there?
What, Bronson?
I don't know.
Can you cast a? You have your spell slot back to cast Animal Friendship again.
I can't cast while I'm in animal shape.
Not until like 6th level, right? I think.
Yeah, that when
Because
you
a
get,
wolf
when you get up
companion
there.
would maybe be nice at this point.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. Okay. I just wreck behind my guy and be like,
I just give you a spider shake head.
these
now,
guys
like,
are
can't
clearly like
You just spider nope out of there.
something. I'm gonna say
No.
one does not guard unimportant stuff and leave an opening further ahead. I feel like the path we might want to take is up those stairs.
Okay.
I think we need to go to the left.
I'd say, yeah, I'm down for that one.
Well, let's let you go then.
Okay, from where we're standing, I want to take one of my I want to take one of my javelins out, and I want to throw it at the closest wolf to us.
Okay.
Everyone like that idea?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
You know what? I want to take my second javelin, and I want to hand it to Laurie.
Okay.
And I want to take my third javelin and hand it to Cruvella. And
all right,
let's do like a 3 throws. Can we hit the third one in the back with a javelin?
Sure. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to kind of just to be like same time kind of thing. Let's do a volley of javelin throws at all 3 wolves at once.
Yeah.
What kind of check is this gonna be?
It'd be attack. Be like a.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I want to throw a Spartan javelin volley throw, and all 3 of us throw javelins at the wolves at the same time.
All right.
Surprise attack. I'm going for the far one.
Yep.
Oh, that's a miss.
That is
just a normal 20, yeah?
Yep.
I'm
okay.
Plank.
Okay.
14.
Did mine hit?
13.
And then, I'm sorry, Quilliby, you had the 13? Is that?
Yeah. And then my damage was 3.
I had a 8. I didn't add the plus 5, so yeah. I think it was 8. I should.
All right. So, I need Quilliby and I need Vinar. Give me a D6 with strength modifier. So that's gonna be -1, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Quilliby.
Yeah, mine was a 3. That
Okay,
rolled
okay.
damage first. I was like, what am I doing?
You just knew what was coming, so you're good. Okay.
Yeah.
You were
I
just
should do a
confident.
strength modifier.
Um, what is your strength?
Nar has 10.
Okay, so no mod. It's basically whatever the
Okay.
die roll
So
is.
just a normal D6, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh,
5.
nice.
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 It's good damage.
Okay. Time for initiatives.
All right.
All right.
No plus.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Critical fail. How's it feel? I mean,
Watch you.
hey, I've rolled like a 3, a 5, and a 1 so far tonight.
So Bernard, what's your dex? Yep.
Benar has a +3 to his dex.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Mr. Landry. Wolves are now angry. What say you?
Okay.
What wants you?
So 2 of them hit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the two. You decided to be a gentleman, and you took the further target because you have the stronger arm, and so the 2 closer targets have been hit.
Okay.
The further one is just very angry.
All right. How far away are we now? Like total from the closest ones?
8-ish feet, 8.5
Okay.
feet.
Can I get into striking distance of one of the wolves without being in striking distance of the other one with the chains? How the chains are set up?
It's technically possible. It'd be very difficult to do so, though. So these 2.
Okay. If I move
Sure.
up to them, though, I won't take an opportunity attack.
No.
Okay. All right. I am going to move up to the front 2 wolves. And I am going to strike the closest one to me from us, so that'd be the left side, I guess, one, because that's the closest path. Right? And I'm going to strike him with my warhammer.
Okay.
That is an 8.
All right.
+5.
Give me some damage.
All right. So that'd be a D6 plus, 5 and 3. That's 8.
Okay. You run up and you. What were you using again? A hammer?
Yes, my warhammer.
You bring your hammer down, and as you do, you quickly silence the dog as it leaps out of your throat. You whack it in the head, and it crumples on the ground in front of you.
Awesome. Okay, and then yeah, I don't really have bonus action stuff really. Oh wait. As my bonus action, I want to use my shield master, and I want to hit the second one backwards from me with my shield master bonus action. Which would be 5 feet, so that my teammates
Try to shove it back.
Yep, I use the shove action, and it's pushed back 5 feet from me, so that it can't attack me.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, Benar. Get some good food.
So, I think what I want to do is I want to run up and try and attack the nearest wolf to me.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully it's a good roll.
That's
That
a
is
good one. dude.
That's an 18.
I'll take it.
Because that'd be, yeah, with his dex modifier, right? That'd be, yeah.
Yeah.
You can add your modifier to the rolls too. If you look on the dice roller, you can add the pluses.
I wouldn't know how to do that, so I think I'm just gonna leave it as is.
Alright,
Fine.
I'll show
You know what your modifier is. Just kind of add
Yep.
in your head.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your damage?
I don't want to be sure.
What's your weapon?
Stop.
Okay. So quarterstaff's D8. Okay. And what'd you see your
The plus
your
3.
swing?
It's a plus 3, so that'd be 6.
Wait, what does it say in your character sheet? Are you?
His quarterstaff, which is a D6 plus 3. Two-handed, it's a D8 plus 3.
Okay. Oh, but is keying that off your dex?
It,
I'm trying to remember. Quarterstaff is.
I'm looking at his character. It just says plus 3 on his character sheet.
Okay. Yeah, if it's something in the character sheet, we'll go with it. I
Yeah,
just
on
couldn't remember.
D&D Beyond it says plus 3. So I think quarterstaff. I feel like it would go off of Dex for a monk class to use a quarterstaff, but
And that could be a class thing. I know this. I forget what the property is to be able to use Dex to have strength on weapons. But if it says D8 on D&D Beyond, then we're good there. Okay.
yeah.
That's good enough. All right. So yeah, actually, you come up, and in a very similar fashion as the wolf is trying to clamber back onto its feet from having been thrown back 5 feet, you go up and essentially just jam it right in the skull with the blunt end. Well, and they're both blunt ends, I guess. The quarterstaff. Yeah, you just kind of like stab out with your staff and just end it.
He can attack
You guys are
again. He has a bonus action to attack with unarmed striking with monk weapons or unarmed attacks.
I mean, do you wish to pummel the corpse?
I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm just stating that as kind of for him to know that
Okay.
he can attack twice with unarmed combat because of his second.
Correct. Yeah.
hand.
He's got a quarterstaff on one hand and fist in the other, and yeah, you can. Yeah. And then you also have your key points now, so keep that in mind. You know, you can do multiple punches and things. All right, that covered Bronson. Bronson.
I casually, but smugly, walk across the room.
Like spider smug?
Yeah, like as smug as a spider can get.
Yeah. No, I get it.
All right.
Shaking
So
his booty a little bit, like, look at me.
Are you
Spider
still-
booty.
The,
Like, you're not sure of like how to read emotions on a spider, right? But you know, like, all right, he's just walking very slowly, casually. Take my
Right.
entire turn to move across.
is this like a
room.
Pixar spider where they're able to really just convey emotion?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, yeah, I like it.
he's probably like stopping to look and then keep going, stopping to look, so it just
Ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right.
which means
So you
only
do
my
that.
character sees him doing this and just goes, "You son of a."
Yeah. All right.
Here, I'll be like right. Where am I?
Okay.
No.
Third spider, not third spider, sorry, third wolf, sort of lunges out at, so that'd be Vinar, that is closest he is. He is kind of caught short by the chains, but he's getting exceptionally close. But you see, the stalagmite that his chain is attached to does certainly kind of waver a little bit.
Okay.
Olivia.
I'm gonna yeet a firebolt at the closer wolf.
I thought you said fireball. I was about to die.
Firebolt. So let's
For a
see.
TPK method of level 1 characters. The
Yeah. Well, I think there's only one
Uh,
wolf, right? Because John killed the other one, right?
there's just the one.
Yeah.
There's just one.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I want like I'm gonna eat a firebolt to be like that's the summary of life right there.
Yeet.
I'm gonna eat a
right,
firebolt.
now-
I love it.
Provella, for the sake of the person who's not here tonight, I need you to yell Shabam, please.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
No.
Do it for the
No.
acolyte. He's
Hey,
not here. Okay, I'll
Can't
do
wear
it.
another person's another catchphrase. That's
I promise.
I know.
Their catchphrase.
My character just whispers on his breath, Shabam.
Yeah.
Like,
There you go. There you go. All right.
I'm too cool for
Okay.
catchphrases.
Solid hit. Back to the top, Landry.
okay. I'm going to move up to that wolf. And is that a bigger one you said? Or
No, it's about the same size.
okay. And I'm just going to, I mean, at this point, I'm assuming these things have been growling and barking this whole time. So at this point, we've made noise.
You've made noise. I mean, you get the impression that these wolves probably make noise throughout the day. So
Okay. Well, then I'm
You-
not going to
depending on
yell
how
for the
long this
glory of the
goes
sun. But I'm going to take my lovely warhammer and I'm going to bring it down on its face.
okay, go for it.
You know.
Give me a roll. What does face look like?
Its face is gone because that's a nat
That's a
20.
20.
Nat
All right. Well,
20.
tell you what. Go ahead and yeah, let's see some dice. I'm pretty sure this is going to do it. But
So that'd be a D. All right. So 2d8.
yeah, D8.
That's an 8. And that's a 5. So and that's the plus 3s to each of those, so which would be 6.
All right.
No,
So
wait,
that's
wait. It's not plus. It's not
Oh,
a
no,
plus to each of them.
no, just a 1.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah.
So that's
You're
11
double
and
that,
5.
double that.
So that's 16 damage to this wolf's face with my warhammer.
Okay. All right. I mean that's a dead wolf. How you want to do this?
I'm gonna say
you.
like my character after as Gravella's hit it with the fireball and it's rearing back, my character just darts forward as fast as he can and just brings it down right through the flames. Head exploding, so there's ash and fire flying around too from it, because of the fur on fire as I just go splat.
Sure. Yeah.
And its head is just gone.
Okay. I can work with that.
So it's just
All
bam,
right.
smashed its face in.
There are now 3 dead wolves in this room.
And they just passed obedience school.
It's unfortunate. One still has his diploma on him. I mean, just fresh out of school.
Landry loots the wolf.
They've been doing online school this whole time though, so that's why they were chained up. And
Very responsible during a pandemic.
yeah, they were chained 6 feet apart this whole time. But now it doesn't matter. It was all for naught.
The deaths will be reported though as COVID deaths. So
Got it.
Fantasy.
fantasy COVID,
Right, yeah. Something totally different.
FOVID, fantasy COVID, FOVID,
COVID, yeah.
sweeping across the lands.
All right. Okay, well that's 3 wolves in 2 rounds. I like it. I like it. So you look around the room, I assume. You don't really notice anything crazy. I mean, again, there's a smattering of bones and mostly eaten goblin bodies and things around. The 3 wolves are, of course, dead and lying there. Towards the back of the room, you notice that there's sort of almost like a lot of garbage, right? There's just kind of just refuge and just stuff that's been dropped down towards the back of the room. Let me do this X over here, right around here-ish. And it's just kind of spilling out all over the place. I mean, it's just an unsightly gathering of things.
Can I like uh rustle through the things, use my sword or a stick or a bone or something to just kind of, oh, what's in this pile of stuff here?
Sure, yeah. It's for the most part just kind of just junk. You do see some miscellaneous bones and things of that nature, but you notice as you're getting closer and kind of looking around, that it's as you're doing so, you see a few more bones and other unsightly remnants of garbage sort of drop down in front of you from above.
Kind of bone.
So it kind of just drops down right in front of you.
Trash chute.
All right, trash chute. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like
Well,
how-
on board. Let's go back the other way.
I look to where is it a hole that's from the ceiling?
Yep, there's a hole going up. It's sort of trash chute's probably the best way to put it.
Could be an outhouse.
Is that by the, just for the map's sake, is that by the red X or is that in the middle of
Yeah,
the...
I moved the red X over to, so this is essentially where you're at. This is kind of the hole we're looking at now.
Perfect, gotcha. Okay.
Center you guys on.
Is it now, like, is because the tunnel's pretty narrow, so it looks like we can't really go around the stuff falling, can we?
I mean, it's not like a constant flow of stuff. It's
Okay.
just you just happen to notice something. That was the first time you would have even seen something come down that
Okay.
hole.
I'm just gonna be. I think my character would. How much stuff is there in front of us?
It's not a ton. It's just you can definitely tell that there's a smattering of trash.
Okay. I'm gonna hold up my shield above my head, and I'm gonna walk through the stuff to the other side, like just at the opposite end of it, to see what's behind the trash. As Quilivia is looking through it.
Okay. So you were just sort of moving there. Is that kind of all you had in mind, or?
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the trash.
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
probably just go
you're
through
close
it.
enough to kind of see. You look up, you can see it's about a 30-foot drop.
Okay.
As you get close, you sort of hear some movement, kind of at the top of the hole. Can't quite make out exactly what it is, but it is certainly there's something moving and grunting up there.
Is there light up above, like torchlight?
Yeah, you can see there's it's not a ton of it, but there's certainly some light, kind of the flame dance a little bit.
Let's send Charlotte up there and take a little look-see, shall we?
A look-see.
Okay.
A look-see.
Yeah.
I'll go with Charlotte if I can fit. If I can, I'll hang out here.
Okay. So as you and Charlotte ascend the 30-foot hole, you get to the top and you sort of see this rather large bugbear kind of parading around up top. He's speaking to a couple of goblins, speaking sort of condescendingly to them. They're kind of cowering around in fear as he sort of verbally berates them, and then sort of smacks one off to the side and sort of falls off. It's not dead, of course. He's just kind of bullying them a little bit.
Cool. I
Yeah.
climb back down.
Yeah, he's like, all right,
Interesting.
nothing to see here.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure Charlotte can betray all that stuff without me changing back. Maybe. I don't know how that works.
Okay, so we know. For where the room he's in on our, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. He's above us, but I'm just kind of curious, because because of how the map is drawn.
Uh-huh.
Would that be the far right portion of the map? Is that right above us technically?
Um. So you see the bugbear somewhere right over here. I don't know if
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. I guess I would. As she sends up her, I would just be waiting for my companions at the end of the far end of the path as they're going up and doing their thing. Since I don't see the bugbear,
Yeah.
I'm just, waiting on my,
I mean, eventually you guys do
All
a
right.
Leroy Jenkins.
So when Charlotte comes back, I say, "Hey, there's a bugbear up there.
There you go.
There's a bugbear up there." Much more gravely, there's a bugbear up
right.
there.
I think my character would be like, "Bugbear, smug bear, does not scare me."
He did look pretty smug to tell you
He
the
did.
truth.
He did.
Always.
Very smug.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep moving up.
I nod and I keep moving forward.
Okay. Define forward, because the only route here in this room is up that hole. So
Oh,
you
okay.
mean like
We're at
forward
a
down
dead
the.
end. Okay.
Yeah. Your only option here is up the hole.
Well, I don't feel like okay. So at that point, I would say like we can't really throw a rope up there very effectively. So and I don't feel like trying to climb a rope with a bugbear at the other end.
Yeah.
So I would say whispering, because I mean they probably can't hear us. That this that I believe we should go back down the stairs and go up the path from where the wolves were.
Yeah, let's go back to the place where we didn't need to kill the wolves, and
Yeah.
we'll go on.
Apparently, trash is worth guarding.
This way.
Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, where the blue marker is. Yep, exactly.
All right.
So that is what I want to do.
So who put the blue marker there?
Me.
Okay,
Can I
you
erase
do.
it? Is there a way to erase it?
Excellent.
Yeah, I think the DM has
No,
to.
no, 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 it's good. It's good. I didn't realize you guys had the ability to do that.
We
so
can
that can be
draw,
helpful.
but we can't erase one thing at a time. You only can erase all the drawings at a time. It's like an erase board, just all drawings gone. But
That's weird.
yeah,
Okay.
there might be a erase marker thing that I just never did. But yeah,
What? I mean, I can do it. I'll put that back. So yeah, you come back out. You're going back down the cave way.
yep.
Yeah.
All right. As you proceed down the cave, you find that there is an entrance to your right. The main passage from the cave mouth climbs steeply upward, the stream plunging and splashing down its, in this case, its eastern side. Again, this map is like flipped from the book version. From its eastern side, in the shadows, a side passage leads east across the other side of the stream.
Okay.
In the shadows of the ceiling to the north, you can just make out a dim shape of a rickety bridge of wood and rope crossing over the passage ahead of you. Another passage intersects this one about 25 feet above this floor.
I'll keep going down the passage without
Okay.
getting in the river.
So we have a path going off to the right then, where you put that square, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then the path continues up like an incline to our left. Where will the straight one?
Right. Yeah, you notice a bridge up here.
Got it.
Here. Yeah.
Now we see the water running by us, right? Correct?
You do. You do.
Okay. Is it down below us though, like a ravine and then water running, or is it at our feet?
It's pretty well at your feet.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you're standing in it, but you could just kind of step off the edge and you're in it. It's not super deep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we know
You want to keep going?
on our assumption, like we'll know, like the bugbear is above, up somewhere to our left. Like we don't know the map, obviously, but since it was above us when we were backwards to our left, we know if we keep going forward, we'll probably make the bugbear, and we do not know what's to the right. So, based on knowledge, of just what we've seen, so, I want to gesture toward. Okay, can Bronson cross the ceiling on the other side to get to the other side of the river, or would he not be able to do that?
Yeah, it's not that big of a river.
Okay. I want to like gesture to Bronson and gesture to the path to the right if I can, and be like, and then do like a little scuttle with my hands.
Yeah, I'll scuttle.
Go scout across.
Yeah, sure.
Scuttle. Zoidberg it up a bit, you know.
Okay, so what's happening here, Bronson? Are you scouting? Is that what's?
Yeah, it sounds like it. I'm scouting. I'm going across the river, and I'm by myself across the river.
Okay. Yeah, you get close enough to definitely hear. There's a number of goblin voices. They seem to be kind of bickering. You do understand what they're saying. They are complaining about an individual named Clark. There's one in particular. He kind of has like sort of a high squeaky voice, and he seems to be doing the majority of the talking. But there's a significant amount of complaint.
Cool.
Unionize.
Yeah. As you sit around for a couple minutes, you sort of hear another goblin, two goblins in particular, sort of enter the room, and one of them is sort of crying a little bit, and you hear him say, he hit me.
Is there a goblin that is closer to me and away from the group? Some other goblins.
The two that just came in would be closer.
There's two.
Yeah. You see them sort of pass by, like you're kind of looking through that section there, a little passageway there, and you sort of see them pass through the hallway there in front of you.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll just go back to my group, and we'll just go the path that they can take. That'll be up to the left, correct?
So to the right, make sure I'm getting this correct here. Correct.
Yeah. Let's just continue walking down the path.
Yeah. Now it's not possible. That's a very it's a steep ledge. It's very kind of rocky terrain, and it doesn't seem to be solid. It's fairly loose. That's not to say it's insurmountable.
Okay. Is the rest of the group following my lead to go back up the path?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're continuing on down the path?
Yeah. We are not going to try to cross the river creek. At least I wouldn't suggest it.
Okay.
And I'll just keep going up the path.
Since we don't know what he said, I would just say I'm just going to follow him. Then, like, okay, that's just not even knowing what's going on over there. Just assume that's a bust. Like, all right, follow Spider.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the the theme of this episode is follow the spiders.
Yeah. He takes about 3 different arms and sort of points in that direction.
Just little. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I go.
And he manages to fist bump everyone at the same time. So, okay. So yeah, you continue on down the way. As you sort of round the bend there, you think you hear sort of some footsteps above you as you pass underneath the bridge. and you see a series of steps, sort of as around the bend on your left, and you begin to hear like the sound of rushing water all the more as you get closer.
Okay, so I'm under the bridge. Is that
I mean,
right?
you're all, if I understand correctly, you're all like continuing to pass through. Or do you want to be under the bridge or above the bridge? Actually, I didn't think about that.
No. I'm just asking if I'm under the bridge. There's a bridge going over me, right? There's people walking on it, or goblins walking on it, and I'm underneath the bridge. Is that how I understand it, or no?
I mean, if you're on the ceiling, you can be above the bridge, because I mean the cave opens up. I mean, if there's a bridge above you, then there's obviously space above you.
Is there anyone on the bridge? Is there anyone crossing? Anything watching? Any?
Yeah, no.
Below me.
If I'm leading, I'll probably go underneath the bridge. If I'm leading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quillevi, do me a favor, give me a d20.
Yeah. What am I? Just a regular D20 roll, or am I adding anything?
So we're gonna do a perception check.
What's my perception? +2. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You very clearly see. In fact, you may have even gotten the license plate number of this particular goblin. You see a goblin attempting to kind of sneak away. He's been watching you, and he is trying to kind of quietly make his way off to the right down. Move.
No, you don't.
You better not.
I'm gonna yeet a firebolt at him.
All right, roll it up.
Let's see what's my number? +4. D20 plus 4. And can you roll 2? Can you do that? You can. You can roll 2 dice at the same time.
Yep.
You can.
You can roll all the dice at the same time, practically. Crazy.
All right.
12 and a 9 damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's confirm. I'm pretty sure that one hits. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, man, mage hand, make him fall off the bridge.
Yeah, slight push.
Just grab his foot so he trips on himself and just goes, ah!
Oh, well,
shoelaces together.
I used my first action to do that. So let's see. Did I hit him?
You sure did. I'm not even messing with this stupid thing anymore. I've got the numbers in my head. I'm going back to spreadsheets. This is it doesn't work here. I'll figure it out.
We try.
That absolutely does.
All right.
Yeah.
We try. All right. So yeah, you see it try to slip away, and you very suddenly go, "Oh no, you don't!" And you yeet the fireball. This is going to kill him. So go ahead and what does this look like?
Yeet.
You yeet.
I hit, like, if he has like a shield or anything wooden on, I hit him and he like lights on fire and he starts to like stumble and he falls off the bridge and he's like, it's like this falling burning goblin that lands in the stream below the bridge, and it's just like steam comes up, so it's like so
Okay. I like it.
So he's steamed to death, and I say, anybody hungry?
Thanks for watching episode 2 of The Biscuit Wagon Presents Unanswered Prayers. What will happen to our brave adventurers inside this cave? Will they find out who this mysterious Clark is? What happened to that bugbear? Will Landry fall into his pit again and get hit by more spiders? Who knows? Tune in next time, though, on the next adventure of Biscuit Wagon Presents Unanswered Prayer, episode 3. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.